Is it the fact that if there's not a lot of damage to the vehicle, if there's not a physical injury, the case is going to be evaluated less by the insurance company?
Absolutely. That's like their number one go-to. Property damage equals injury. No property damage, no injury. And that is a huge lie.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to the Modern Lawyers Podcast. We're very lucky today to have a guest star speaker, Nicole Goyen. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
How's your day going?
Good so far, a little busy.
Tell me this, what time do you usually wake up every day?
So usually day starts at 6 a.m. I got 3 little ones. I have boys' hair to brush, husband's hair to brush. Got to get them ready to look good for the day.
Wait, hold up. You brush everybody's hair?
Everybody's hair. Yep.
Do they stand in line and they wait for you to just spit and comb over, or what is it?
Pretty much. I'm like, get them through the line.
Okay. Is it the same hairdo for everybody?
Oh, yeah.
What's the haircut?
Traditional comb over, slick back. Yeah.
Do they pick their own clothes, or you do that for them too?
The little one I pick her clothes. The other ones, they're definitely on their own. They want to do their own thing, have their own style. So
What's the ages of everybody?
So Maddie is 2. It's my youngest. Sebastian is 5, and Richie is 14.
And then there's one more.
And then my oldest, my husband, he's 38.
38.
38
okay.
now, yeah.
And you brush his hair too.
And I brush his hair. Yes.
Okay, very cool. And then what happens after all that?
And then I got to get ready and then hit the road to work and come here and start the day.
Okay, awesome. Tell me a little bit about you, your background, school, work.
School, yeah. I went to school for graphic design. Ended up getting pregnant. Wasn't planned, but definitely welcomed. Kind of threw a wrench in my plans a little bit. So I went into serving. I did that for about 13 years. Also did some bookkeeping there. Thought about going into management several times, but the hours are a little much for being a mom. So you come into the picture.
Ta-da!
And there's opportunity there to, join you and start this firm and grow this company. And I was just waiting for an opportunity and a door to walk through, and, you presented it, and it was the scariest thing to walk through that door. But I wanted something more fulfilling, something I never thought I would get into. I went to school for graphic design. Law was never something I thought I would get into or even fathomed. So it was exciting. Husband was already in personal injury industry. And, so I had some idea of what it entailed. But, yeah, I was looking forward to a challenge and trying something different and learning and growing something from the ground up was really special to me.
How long have you been with us for?
So 4 years together. Yeah.
4 years. And we've been around for five and a half. So you've been basically, after the first year you came on board. I can't imagine it being that intimidating because it was just me in a little office. So what was that like for you?
I hadn't interviewed anywhere in 8 years. After I walked out, I cried all the way to my car because I was so nervous and I wanted it so bad. And I remember calling you every other day, did I get it? Are you hiring me? What's up? Are we going to do this? So I was really excited, something I really wanted. So yeah, just glad to be here.
We're very lucky to have you. You're instrumental in all of our success here. So when you first came on board, I'll explain it to everybody. We're in one little office down the street, and we had 2 little desks. One was hers, one was mine, and a printer that didn't really work that we shared. And now we're running this corporation. So we've done a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. What do you think you contributed? Obviously, I was trying to do legal work, but being a good lawyer isn't going to build a corporation like this. So how do you think you contributed to this?
Just being your right hand, everything that you needed, everything besides the law stuff, getting the records, calling clients, all those daily sort of tasks that needed to be done, I was willing to step in there and do what I needed to do to make it work.
Amazing. And what's your position now here?
So I've recently been promoted to supervising case manager. Thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah, now we have a whole team of case managers, a liens department, an intake department. We're really coming along. We have a case assistants. Yeah, it's exciting to see everyone grow and to be a part of that.
Do you remember when we first started? It was like the highlight of our month when we would drive to the post office together and we'd submit our demand letters via hard mail.
Yeah, we go print them and take them to the post office and go have lunch. And we thought we were on top of the world, sending out like 2-3 demands a month. Like that was a day. But now we're just bumping them out.
Yeah, that's what we're doing in an hour. That's amazing. So now you're managing the case managers, and the case managers manage all the cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot.
It is a lot. I still have my own caseload. I still have my own clients that I take care of. Also, managing them if there's any calls I need to jump on, any doctors I need to speak to, any issues that need to be resolved, I definitely step in there and do what I need to do to take care of the situation, all while managing my own clients and, the office in general, just kind of watching over everyone and being there for everyone. Support.
Yeah. Amazing. We appreciate you for that. So you said something that kind of perked my ears. You welcomed but had an unplanned child.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is really encouraging because a lot of women have these grandiose plans in life. They want to be the president of the world. They want to work at a corporation. They want to have their own company. And then they say, but I had him or I had her. And that just derailed your entire future, your work. And not to say that it's an excuse, because it's great. It's a beautiful thing, and it impacts your life. And you have to make a lot of sacrifices and decisions when you have a child. I don't have any, but I'm the youngest of 4. I have 3 older sisters, so I have an idea of what that's like, and I have nieces and nephews. But when you're having this child and you're young, I'm assuming at the time you're still young, what were those decisions of where you're like, hey, I'm going to be something bigger than myself. I'm going to be an example for my kids. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting it. But I knew this precious baby was something I needed to take care of and nurture. So I put, my own plans on the back burner, and I felt at that time that was the best decision. And looking back, I would have made the same decision over and over. So I'm glad I did it. But there also came a time when I felt I needed to do something for myself and do something a little more fulfilling. So, and then having the 2 little ones later on in life, I just wanted to be a good example to them, show them that, you can have the house, you can have the husband, you can have, or wife, you can have your career, have your kids, and balance it all, have a fulfilling life, and, manage everything. It's not easy, it's tiring, but at the end of the day, it's fulfilling. Walking through those doors and those kids come running after you, and they're the happiest they've been all day to see you, so it's all worth it.
That's great. Looking from the outside, you're like Little House on the Prairie, like everything's perfect. You have this great position, beautiful family, you have this home, but it sounds like life isn't just linear. You don't go from point A to point B. You might go from point A to point C to point B. I mean, it seems like life will take you for a roller coaster and you got to roll with the punches.
Oh, yeah. I thought I was going to do this cool graphic design job. And then I went into serving and, you came along and presented this opportunity to go into PI. And I was like, wow, I never thought I would have this opportunity. You know, I didn't go to law school. I didn't plan for any of this. But, you know, being here, I've realized that you don't have to go to law school. You don't have to be an attorney to be a part of this bigger picture. You know, you can be a case manager. You can be in the liens department. You could be a case assistant. All these things help the attorney do what they need to do to accomplish what we accomplish here. And that's help people.
So could you stand up and say that you can have a career in law not being an attorney?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I never thought that was possible. I didn't even know what a case manager was or what that even entailed. But it's definitely something, if you're interested in doing, definitely pursue it.
Amazing. So it's no secret, you were my first employee, my first hire, and you really turned me on to the fact that being a server brings so many amazing characteristics to any type of job, especially an office job where you're dealing with people. So to all the individuals that have been a server, I mean, what has that taught you?
Customer service, how to speak to people, you know, people who are upset, they haven't eaten all day, they've had a bad day, they just want to come in and have a meal, and you're that person that brings them that and gets them through the rest of the day. So it's definitely taught me how to manage people's emotions. So just the whole mentality of like the customer's always right. You know, you want to make someone's day, and it translates here. It's the same thing. You know, people have gone through something really tragic and upsetting, and I'm that vessel to help them get back to where they want to be and make them better, you know, with their pain, with their car. And that all translates. It's all customer service.
It is. What we do is like complete customer service. I think it's like a restaurant or a barber shop. I mean, we're dealing with so many people at a high volume, and unfortunately, we're not dealing with people at the best times of their lives. They're either injured, they've lost a loved one, they've lost a limb, they've lost their job. And to provide customer service to someone that's going through that sometimes could be challenging.
Yeah. I think it also, I can relate. I was in a car accident when I was 2 months pregnant. So I went through a personal injury case. I had the injection. So having that knowledge of going through that personally myself also gives me a way to connect to my clients and understand what they're going through. So I think that kind of gives me a leg up in that aspect.
Makes sense. What's your favorite case that you've done? I mean, without getting into the nitty gritty, what was the most memorable case you've done so far? Because you've done hundreds, if not thousands at this point.
Yeah, there's been some interesting ones. I really like working up the unexpected ones. The ones where there's not, you know, a whole lot of property damage, but these people are injured and no one believes them because there isn't a lot of damage to their car. But fighting for those people and getting them the justice they deserve and getting them compensated for everything that they've been through, that makes me feel good at the end of the day because no one wants to believe them. So that's, being in this position allows me to help those people, you know, get what they deserve.
I see. So is it the fact that if there's not a lot of damage to the vehicle, if there's not a physical injury, the case is going to be evaluated less by the insurance company?
Absolutely. That's like their number one go-to. Property damage equals injury. No property damage, no injury. And that is a huge lie.
And you've seen it firsthand. You've seen it that low property damage cases can get the maximum amount of money, the policy limit, could put thousands of dollars in a client's pocket.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. So property damage does not equate injuries. So you can have a low property damage case and still have high injuries. It just takes the right team and lawyer to be able to accomplish that. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
No, awesome, and we appreciate it. So thank you everybody to listening for the Modern Lawyers podcast. Please tune in for next week. We're excited to see everyone. Take care.